Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Island Church Weekly Podcast. Pastor Will, how you doing today?
It's a good day, Matt. It's a beautiful time of the year for us in
Yep,
Terra Verde, and it's really nice. It's just a good day. A lot of good things happening
absolutely.
around, and watching God work and people move, and we get to do it in a beautiful place. So
Yep. I'm in Jacksonville today, so I'm in a little conference room that's overlooking the river here. So it's absolutely beautiful to me as well. Not on an island, not quite enjoying the same beauty of Tierra Verde, but close. It's pretty nice here as well. So, help us kind of catch us up. Well, obviously we did it kind of different last week for our podcast, but
yep.
how was this past Sunday at Island Church?
Well, it is. We had two services. The 8:45 service. We're back on that our normal schedule, coming off of Easter, 8:45 and the 10. And we were just encouraged. I think we had 9 guests at the 8:45 service. That's
Wow.
kind of unusual. And family from Ohio, one that's in transition, and then one from New York. And actually, we're coming. Tom and I and Jane and Sandy had dinner together last night, and we're coming out there. We see them as we are leaving. I kind of noticed that guy looks a little familiar for some reason. We get in the car, and Sandy sees them, and she said, "That's that." She said they were in our service, so she
Yeah.
jumped out. And of course, she recognizes
Very cool.
everybody, right? And has
Yep.
everybody's
Yep.
name. She does great at that. And so they came over, talked at the car, and Sandy went and talked to his wife. And so it was good. So we had some guests there. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
And then a lot of affirmation again on our service. Sandy was in rare form. Well, she's typically in pretty rare form. And just the fun that we have, we create an environment
Right.
where people, if they're relaxed, here's the thing: if we can create a relaxed environment, casual, we can welcome people, then they have a better chance to hear from God. That's really what we're trying to do.
Absolutely.
We're not putting on a show, but we're comfortable in who we are as a
Yeah.
church and as leaders. And so Sandy did a couple of things. We had a Victory in Jesus, or some type of old hymn that was
Yeah.
done at some pace that you would need oxygen after you finish. It was so fast.
That's fun.
But
That's
we
fun.
that was big fun. If you didn't see that, go back and watch it service. And
Yeah.
anyway, just a good day from the feedback on the
Awesome.
message, the guests, the music. Just another good
Whole 9 yards.
another good day coming off
That's
Easter. Some of
great.
those people that are guests are actually living in the area or
I love it.
transitioning to live in the area. So that's a good thing. So
That's a huge
it
one.
was a good day all the way around.
Awesome. Well, what's coming up in the life of the church? We're kind of on the post-Easter cycle here. So what's coming up that folks should know about?
Well, we've got upcoming momentum later this month. We're going to have a missions emphasis. We're going to continue with the Island Beyond mission offering, and we're going to do this annually. This is a new thing. We're just ramping up right now. As you know, you're working with us on that, and so we're going to make this emphasis where we tell our people and share with you, the listeners, our congregation, the various types of things that we're actually engaged with in terms of partners. The church is on mission, and we have mission partners on ministries that we can't actually touch. We can't go into the prisons. We're not going to run a crisis pregnancy. We're not going to do some of the kinds of things that we're involved in, but we can have partners that do that. And so we want to help support them financially. And so that's coming up. And, just some of the little things that we're working on, like we're going to increase signage. Last week we had some guests here, and they said, we saw the sign. We saw the sandwich sign. And so we have new people. We want to thank our members that are also serving the Lord by doing things like putting out the signs and taking them up. I mean, people saw them and they're coming. And we've got a sign that will replace our sign out close to the road. We've got some ground level signs. We've got one of the front window or
Yep.
wall of glass that we have out front. So we
Yeah.
got several things going on. We got some new signs in the building. So we want to just keep inviting people, and
Right.
we want to continue to grow. We know that we got some people that be leaving us because of the change in season. They'll be going back north, but we're certainly glad they've been here, and hopefully they're keeping up with the church even through things like this. But we got the momentum coming up later this month, and we'll be putting out more details. I think this month is going to be smoothies.
Oh,
So
nice. Nice. A little bit
if
lighter
you don't
weight
want me to
after
have a
some
lot
of
of
the
smoothies,
heavier.
you better come and get one, because they're really good.
That's
So
fun. That's fun.
we'll do that.
That'll
We'll
be a
share
great
kind
event.
of what's going on in the life of the church. So that's what's been going on. We're wrapping up Grief Share, our first kind of semester of that, and so grateful for that particular group that's got together. And Terry Nesbitt has given good leadership there, and there'll be another group starting in the fall. So that's winding down. It's not starting up, but we're just so grateful for that. So a lot of great things happening around the life of the church. And we
Awesome.
had a gift to buy us a interactive television So I won't tell you any more about that. We're going to figure out how to use it. We may have to get a
Yep.
12 or 13-year-old to help us know how to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely.
it'll add to our worship
That's great.
worship service a little bit. But mainly we got the momentum coming up and sharing, but primarily just adding new touches, new ways. We want you to feel
Yeah,
comfortable inviting people into our church family so that they can
absolutely.
hear from God and grow in their faith. So,
Absolutely. No, I love it. And I'll speak a little bit to the signage because that's one of those things that for us, it's not about looking cool. It's not about just,
mm,
spending money to make the facility look better, although that's great. It really is about making it as easy as possible for people when they show up to feel like this is a place they can belong and this is a place they can experience the gospel. It's about taking away any distractions. And a lot of times, if anything's confusing in that first experience, what it causes is actually a distraction or frustration
mm,
that keeps them from really engaging fully in what God may have for them. So our goal is not actually just to make it the greatest thing ever. What we're trying to do is just remove distractions so that they're not saying, oh man, I couldn't figure out where to park. Like, wait, is this the bank or is this the church? We're trying to remove all those distractions so that people can really just show up and be fully present for what God's doing in their life. So, so excited for all those kind of things. Pastor Will, how can folks be praying for the church this week?
well, they can. I'm going to give a couple things here. One is some may remember Boston Mike, who has been a security for us, and he shared with me at the Easter time. He was down helping us again that last weekend, and he has a son, and I don't know how many details would be appropriate, but he's got a son, Usher, that's 33, that's having some health challenges with his sight, and so I just I think his sight has actually been lost now. He had it much longer than he thought he was going to, but we could just pray for Mike and his wife
Absolutely.
and their son Usher, and
Yeah,
that'd be one concern because he's
huge.
kind of taking care of us, and many of our people know
Absolutely.
him, had a chance to engage with him over the years. He's been very
Yeah.
faithful, and so they can pray about that, and then maybe
Okay.
someone will pray about their part of how they can serve. A lot of our people are newer to our church, but we need some additional greeters, as you said. Their first impressions, their first engagement
That's
with
huge.
us is so important. And so I would just encourage some of the people just take a week. It's not like forever.
Yeah.
Take a
Yeah.
week here, take a week there, and help us with that. And they could see Stacy, they could see Tom, they could see Mark and Ty Bowman about that, and just step right in. It's just an opportunity to welcome people to the church. And then we're getting closer and closer and closer on our building plans. We're working through like draft number 4 or 5,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so we'll have actually another meeting on this this week with the architect, and so we're getting closer on that. Really looking forward to what that building's going to help us to be able to do. We're
Yeah.
ready. We're using our building well now. We're going to use that building well, and we're going to reach out to our community even in a bigger way. And we'll really see some good things happen, both in the new building, which we
Yeah.
get that built. That'll actually allow us to change a few things inside particularly
Absolutely.
downstairs, so that we make it much more kid friendly.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to that. So they can pray about
Great.
those finalized plans related to the building, and pray for Boston Mike's son. We call him Boston Mike from Boston, and
Yeah.
his son Usher, and then just pray about their being involved in a part of our
Yeah.
connections team.
I love it. I love it. Well, those are 3 wonderful ways to pray, ways for our personal involvement, for what the church and God's doing, and then for a person that is in our lives that God is working through them. So
Mm.
thank you so much, Pastor Will. If you're watching, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you always get these podcast updates. We love getting a chance to just share with you what's going on in the church. And until next time, we'll see you around.